What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 40, and today we're going to be using this team for the final time, and I'm really hoping that we get to see some extra action from like Kingler or something, because Kingler's one of the few Pokemon on this team that hasn't put in a lot of work. Everybody else has gotten a kill, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think everyone else on the team has gotten a kill but Kingler. So, actually, no, that's not true. Kingler did kill a Cofagrigus. Anyway, the record coming into today, I believe we are sitting at 72-14 on the series. And so we're going to have at least 2 more battles today to hopefully add to that. Of course, as for the rest of the team, well, I guess I'll start with Kingler. It's a sub-Salic set. It also has Swords Dance. We have the Mega Sceptile. It's an all-out attacking set. It's got Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Fire. Weavile is standard with Life Orb, Low Kick, Ice Punch, Ice Shard, and Knockoff. We have Defensive Onyx. It's also packing the Taunt to stop things like Ferrothorn. And then we have Zenmo Darmanitan with a Focus Sash. That put in a lot of work the first time around. And then last but not least, we have Calm Mind Florges. And judging by his team here, I'm thinking I want to actually bring the Florges this time. We might be able to sweep. And, yeah, I think I actually want to lead off with it because I can boost alongside the Volcarona if he wants to bring that. Scrafty, obviously, we get OHKO'd by a Moonblast. And if I don't bring the Florges, I don't really have much for that Scrafty, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to have to bring it. Just because that Scrafty could easily sweep me if I am not careful. So I'll bring the Florges. We'll bring Kingler because it can OHKO Volcarona. You know, if we can catch it. I don't know how we would catch it, but if we can OHKO it. Or if we get behind a sub or something, we can OHKO it. So, yeah, and actually, I don't think that Blaziken can OHKO Kingler, so that will be helpful. And then we will bring maybe Sceptile for the Greninja. The problem is that we would have to be Mega Evolved already because Greninja will outspeed otherwise. But that's the basic plan. Really what it comes down to is trying to sweep with Florges, even though I'm leading off with it. So we'll see what happens here. Expecting maybe Greninja to lead off, possibly. Yes, he is going to lead off with the Greninja, which is fine by me because I have a pretty solid advantage against this, especially if it is special, because he can't really do much to me. Hydro Pump, even if he is Life Orb, is not a 2-hit KO, and I can recover off that damage, and that'll also give me a free Calm Mind. Actually, pretty much I get a free Calm Mind regardless of what he does here. If I were him, I would probably just U-turn out into something that could potentially handle this. But he doesn't have a lot, especially because I am Calm Mind. So he's actually going to try to freeze me with an Ice Beam. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's what he's going for. And that does nothing. That does nothing. I have 0 investment in my special defense. Now that I'm getting up to +1, he really needs to hope that I get frozen. And even then, I still have Lefty's recovery. So eventually I will thaw out. He needs to hope for some crits or something. Yeah, I don't really agree with that play so much. Yeah, because I could have just Moonblasted and that would have done a lot of damage. Would not OHKO, obviously, because he turns into an Ice type. But he's actually going to try the Grass Knot this time around. I guess that's something that you could do. I mean, I could just set up Calm Minds all day on this. Even if he does get a critical hit, it's not going to be doing that much. So I can't say that I agree with the way he's playing his Greninja, but maybe he's just trying to sack it to get a safe switch into something. Because now that he's seen that I'm Calm Mind, he might not want to take a boosted Moonblast on something. So that much I can understand. Here, I think I'm going to absorb one more hit and go for the Synthesis. I don't want to get put in a bad spot because of a critical hit, though. So I think Synthesis might be my best play, just to make sure that I'm back up at full. Because after that point, I can just fire off a Moonblast, and this Ice Beam is going to do negligible damage. Yeah, I probably could have just gone for the Moonblast there. But like I said, I don't want to mess around with crits or anything because they always seem to strike at the worst possible time. And I don't want my sweep to be interrupted by nonsense like that. So, yeah, he's going for the freeze. He's just spamming Ice Beam at this point. And he's not going to get it, unfortunately, for him, as that Ice Beam does about 21 HP worth of damage. And we're just going to straight up OHKO this Greninja with a Moonblast. So Greninja is gone. And that is good news for Sceptile. because it's not going to put pressure on me to try to Mega Evolve against something else just to be able to handle it. So we'll see what he goes into next. If he has Volcarona, he'll go into that here. And that is exactly what he does. So this is not going to be a battle that he's going to win, just because I'm already 2 steps ahead of him. I have 2 Calm Minds up already. And if he's bulky Volcarona, which is what a lot of them are, actually I can just Calm Mind again. I'm not afraid of this thing. I mean, I can gauge the damage with a Moonblast if I wanted to, but I'm just going to Calm Mind. I really don't see any reason not to. So he is just going to show off the Quiver Dance here, get up to +1 in Special Defense, Special Attack, and Speed, and we're going to get up to +3 in Special Attack and Special Defense. And what I have going for me here is that I do resist the Bug Buzz, so the most he can do is Fire Blast me. Although I don't see a lot of them carrying the Fire Blast on Battle Spot. They tend to carry Fiery Dance or even Flamethrower. I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. And yeah, I mean, he can't 2-hit KO me with anything. I don't even know if he can 3-hit KO me. So he's just going to opt to set up another Quiver Dance. So what this might end up becoming is just us setting up to +6 and seeing who gets a crit first or the most special attack drops. Because I also have that going for me, as that does okay damage. If he has Roost, this could be problematic for me because he will have more Roost than I have Synthesis. So at this point, I need to use it kind of wisely. But I'm pretty sure this is just going to come down to either critical hits or special attack drops, things of that nature. I don't need to beat this Volcarona one-on-one. I need to weaken it. Actually, no, I do need to beat it. I don't have anything on my team that can come in and finish it. So Florges needs to win this, basically, is what it comes down to. Otherwise, we're going to get swept. That's not good. That's not good. There really was not much I could do, though. I mean, if I switched out when he brought in Volcarona, and I switched out on the Quiver Dance, he still would outspeed and kill everything on my team. So that was really my only option, is to go for this. So that was... I have one more. Okay. So we're at +5. We'll get up to +6 here. And he's going to have to spend at least one other turn going for Quiver Dance, I think, if I counted right. Is he at +5? I think he's at +5. And now if I can get a couple of special attack drops, that'd be fantastic. But I'm pretty sure that whatever his fire move is not going to be a 2-hit KO. So I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast here, as he is going to Quiver again. So I think he's at +6 now. Pretty sure. Yeah, because I didn't Synthesis. I just went for the Moonblast. So he should be at +6 now. And I will go for the Moonblast, which is not doing too much. It's about like 10 or 15%. We do not get the special attack drop, which is unfortunate. Turns out that he does have Flamethrower for his Fire Stab. And that does nothing. Oh my gosh. That's doing about as much as my Moonblast is. Actually, maybe a little bit less. But the difference is that I also have lefties, and I have a lot more natural bulk on the special side than Volcarona does. So, and I also have the Aromatherapy, as he makes a misplay here and goes for the Quiver Dance. So I guess he lost track? I mean, you can just see, based on the PP, how much it does. Or not how much it does, but how many times you've used it. So I'm not sure why he did that. He just kind of wasted a turn. He still hasn't shown off the Roost. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he has it, though. Pretty sure. You gotta go for Roost. Or are you Resto Chesto? You might be Resto Chesto. Okay, so he's gonna go for the Flamethrower here. Actually, that did a little bit more damage. Maybe that's not doing nothing after all. I could really use a special attack drop here. I've attacked him like 5 times and haven't gotten it. It kind of stinks. But it looks like I'm gonna need to Synthesis here. Because if he doesn't have Roost or Rest, that's so unlikely, though. I need a Synthesis. He is yeah, so this is just going to be a healing turn. This is becoming a little bit stally. A little bit stally. The boosting wars between Ivy the Florges and whatever this thing's nickname is, something Japanese. He's going to wake up via his Chesto Berry as I fire off a Synthesis to get back up to full HP. And we start this over again. Now, I do have an advantage in that now his only form of recovery is going to force him to sleep for 2 turns. Which will also allow me to heal if I want, or potentially either get a critical hit or something along those lines. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to win this. It just might take a while. Oh, just kidding! Just kidding, we're gonna pull the crit now and just forego all of that extra stally nonsense. Down goes the Volcarona. That is unfortunate for my opponent, although like I said, I'm pretty sure I was going to be able to pull out of that one. It was just gonna take a while, and now he has to go into Scrafty as his last Pokemon. To be fair, I probably would have brought Scrafty too, looking at my team, because it demolishes everything but Florges. But yeah, he's just going to forfeit, as I do naturally outspeed Scrafty, I think. And it didn't matter. Even if he had Poison Jab and he outsped me, or if he was like Scarf, or I don't know. It wasn't going to matter. He couldn't OHKO me. And Moonblast at +6 and 4 times super effective was going to do about like 3,000% to Scrafty. So yeah, that's going to be a victory for us. We're probably only going to have 2 battles in this episode just because of how long that one was. But that's going to bring our record to 73 and 14 on the series. And I need to bring Kingler. I've been saying this over and over again. I want Kingler to just kill stuff. And it hasn't killed anything but one Copagrigus. I want it to just set up. I want it to be like behind a sub and just doing things and being scary and, you know, being a crab. Because that's what Kingler does. This is a pretty cool team, actually. This is a very cool team. For Battle Spot, at least. He's got the Azumarill and the Gengar, of course. That Gengar might be Mega. But he's got Jolteon, he's got Zoroark, he's got Mega Beedrill, and the Kabutops as well. That Zoroark could prove to be a little bit of a problem just because I'm so terribly and laughably bad at recognizing when I'm actually looking at Zoroark and not something else. Because I'm so bad at it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say other than I'm really, really bad. And that Jolteon could be a problem too, because it does outspeed everything bar Sceptile before I Mega Evolve. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did that sentence make sense? What I meant to say is that Sceptile outspeeds it after it Mega Evolves, but not before. And if he HP Ices, then that could be a problem. So I'm going to lead off with the Sceptile, actually, to be able to get up that Mega, because I also could benefit from potentially speed tying with that Beedrill, and if it turns out that it's actually Adamant Beedrill, which a lot of them are, I will, maybe I won't lead with Sceptile, lead with Kingler. Yeah, because Beedrill can't do anything to Kingler. He can U-turn on me, of course, but if he leads with the Beedrill to protect, I can sub. And then I can Swords Dance while he U-turns, and that could prove to be very, very dangerous. Or I could just Crab Hammer in case he wants to go into Jolteon or something. I don't know, I just want Kingler to do something so bad, so I'm leading off with him, as he is actually going to lead off with the Azumarill, which is not the end of the world, although I can't really touch this. Maybe I should have let off with Sceptile. Darn it, I should have. I should have let off the Sceptile. That was the best thing for me to do, and I just didn't want to. I let my judgment get clouded by the fact that I wanted Kingler to kill stuff, and my opponent was all over that, leading off with the Azumarill. So I kind of want to just sub here and see what he does. He might Belly Drum, and if I can get behind a sub and get some damage off on this, that would be great. That would be great indeed. Or I can knock off right away, but I'm just gonna sub. I don't know if he's going to Belly Drum turn 1. We'll have to see. Maybe he'll just attack me with a Play Rough. He is going to Belly Drum turn 1. So he's going to go down to the 50% mark, eat his Citrus Berry, and... oh, wait a minute. He was not at the right HP number. Looks like he was an odd HP number, which means his Citrus Berry does not activate, which means I can knock it off here if I wanted to. That is... I guess good for us. Bad for my opponent. I mean, I could Swords Dance here, too. What's stopping me? He can't kill me with an Aqua Jet. He can do a lot of damage at +6, but that's not going to kill me. So, yeah, I'm just going to Swords Dance. So, he's most likely going to go for, like, Play Rough or Waterfall here. Oh, just kidding. He's going to go for Aqua Ring. Aqua Ring Belly Drum. Maybe he doesn't have a Citrus Berry? What is his item? I'm so confused right now. I'm going to go for Knockoff and get rid of it regardless. I can't kill him with a Crab Hammer, I don't think, because Azumarill is pretty bulky. So he is going to just show off the Aqua Jet here. So maybe he doesn't have Waterfall. Maybe he has Aqua Jet and Play Rough as attacking moves, and then Aqua Ring and Belly Drum. But actually, Crab Hammer may have killed as we knock off the Mystic Water. Should have gone for the crab hammer maybe. So I would have gotten the stab, and it's quite a bit more powerful. I should have went for the crab hammer. Oh well, that means I have to take this Aqua Jet, which we can take. Not well, but we can take it. We survive with about 10%, and this actually helps me. So maybe it was a good thing that I kind of derped there and went for the knockoff instead, just because that allows me to get into Salic range, which means I'm at +1 speed and +2 attack. So if he doesn't go into something with priority here, Gengar, no, that's not what you should be bringing in. I outspeed that at +1, so I am just going to go for a knockoff here. If you're Mega, it's not going to matter. At +2, a 65 base power knockoff still kills you because Kingler's a monster. Yeah, Mega evolving into Gengar here is not going to help your cause at all. So yeah, get out of here. And actually, you don't even get your speed boost this turn, so it doesn't matter. Pretty sure Jolly Kingler still outspeeds though, by a little bit. And even if it doesn't matter because he still would have needed to have Protect or have Mega Evolved previously. And now he's going to go into Zoroark as his last Pokemon. Why do you have Zoroark as your last Pokemon? I'll just go for a knockoff here because I outspeed this and we can get rid of whatever his item is if he's choiced or whatever. And we are going to get rid of the Wide Lens as he shows off the Night Days. That's going to finish off Kingler, but Kingler finally putting in some work. Finally. Okay then. Wide Lens Zoroark. That is certainly interesting. We're going to allow Zen Mode Darmanitan to finish things off here. And I can just go for a Flame Charge, I suppose. Doesn't really matter. I could kill him with a Fire Blast too. Or Focus Blast. While in regular mode, we actually outspeed this thing. And he just is going to go down to the Flame Charge, so we don't even get to go into our Zen mode. And that's going to be a victory for us. So that's only about 16 or 17 minutes. I think we can probably look for one more battle. So I guess I'm going to eat my words about this being a 2-battle episode. We'll make it 3. Come on, we want to see this team, you know, put in some more work. Or at least I do. I'm just having a lot of fun with this team right now. So I'm just going to go for it. So that brings our record to, I don't know, is it 74 now? Yeah, 74 and 14. So what is that, a 60 game differential? Not even bad. Not even bad. Like, the best part is that with the record thing is that I lose quite a bit off screen. Like, whenever I'm testing teams, I always run into, like, crazy things. That's when I DC. That's when Hacks loses me the battles a lot. That's when I just play badly and lose. That's when I realize that my team sucks, and that's why I'm losing too. So, and then I start recording, and I go into it thinking, you know what, this team is bad. I'm not expecting it to do well. And then we win at like 8 out of 9 battles or whatever. I'm like, what? Where did that come from? But that's basically how this series has gone, like the entire time since since I started it back in November. So I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Because I like having fun on camera, because that means I get to share it with you guys. And what am I talking about? Let's take a look at this team. We have the dreaded Duck, Porygon 2, which leads me to believe that I need to bring Weavile just to knock off things. Ice Shard could prove to be very, very useful against that Beedrill, against the Breloom, potentially against the Gengar, and it could also be useful against the Hippowdon, although Sceptile could put in some work with that as well. He doesn't really have a Suicune to Sceptile. What is a Suicune? That's kind of like a batch, I guess. What is the last Pokemon I want to bring here? Let's see. I'm so tempted to bring Kingler. I think Kingler needs to get into another battle. Although Onix could be useful too. But I'm going to bring Kingler because I really enjoyed watching Kingler do stuff last time. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm expecting him to want to bring that Hippowdon, just because every time I see Hippowdon on a team, they bring it. It's kind of like Talonflame. Although, I just stopped running into them altogether. Like, we haven't seen... When was the last time we saw a Talonflame in this series? It was like 3 sessions... 3 sessions ago. Which is just craziness, because it's sitting strong at the second most used Pokemon. As far as the usage stats are concerned. I'm just going to go right for the Ice Shard here. I'm not going to mess around. Even if he did just kill me because he was Sash and, you know, took the Ice Shard. So he's going to go into the Hippowdon, actually. And the reason I didn't want to go for Ice Punch is because I did not want him to Mach Punch, because I'm not, whatchamacallit, I'm not sashed, so I would not be able to take that. So he is actually showing off that he's physically defensive here by how well he took that Ice Shard. I could go for Ice Punch, but that's definitely not going to kill. To be fair, he can't do a whole lot to me, but Kingler's a relatively safe switch because he might just go for Stealth Rock here. So it's actually, wow, it's pouring in thunder and lightning right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's quite loud, banging on my window. Not banging, but, you know, the rain coming down on my window is kind of loud right now. I don't know if you can even hear that, but it's distracting me. So he goes for the Yawn as we switch in Kingler, and that kind of stinks. That kind of stinks, because I'm not Lumberry. Do I want to just Crab Hammer and kill something? No, I probably should switch. I mean, Sceptile's a relatively safe switch, too. I don't have, like, Aromatherapy or anything. If I had Florges, I would be more willing to stay in and dish out a hit right here, fall asleep, and then Aromatherapy later on. But I think I want to make the Sceptile switch. I don't know if he's going to Yawn again. I mean, that doesn't really benefit him. He's just wasting sand turns at this point. But we'll see what happens, as he's actually going to go for the Stealth Rock. Okay, so I'm guessing he's going to go for the Stealth Rock and then Whirlwind me around? Or go for Roar or something? I don't know. What have we seen so far? We saw Stealth Rock. He didn't show off EQ yet. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why I can't just go for the Giga Drain here. Because he's definitely physically defensive, so I don't think he's going to take that even from, you know, relatively healthy HP. He's going to have to switch something in to take that. I don't know what he can have that would want to switch in on a potential Leaf Storm slash Giga Drain. Maybe Beedrill. It does quad resist it. Beedrill can take a hit on the special side. It's super duper frail on the physical side, but it can definitely take a hit. But Sceptile can also be physical, so that's really risky. That is quite risky. But he is actually going to predict me to be special, I guess, and switch in the Beedrill here. Because even if I went for Leaf Blade and I was just completely physical, I'm pretty sure that would have done at least half to Beedrill. Like, I don't think it was going to kill it, but it probably would have done almost half. Just because Beedrill's so ridiculously frail. It's got like base, what, 20 defense? No, it's not that low. Is it? Base 40? It's really low. It's absurdly low. So he's going to Mega here and likely Protect. And I can't really stop him from doing that, but I can go into Weavile and force him out because I think that an Ice Shard might kill him, to be completely honest. Like, that might just be, yeah, because he took about 20% from that Giga Drain. 15-20%. It's not completely crazy to think that an Ice Shard would kill from there, especially because I'm Life Orb. So I'm going to switch in Weavile here. I don't think he's going to go for an attacking move. We'll have to see. He's definitely going to Mega, of course. If he goes for a U-turn, then he's better than me, basically. We got predicted. That's all I can say. But yeah, he is going to go for the Protect because there's a chance that I could have the HP Fire too. And even still, Dragon Pulse would have done a lot, and he definitely did not want to take that. So at this point, I can just go for the Ice Shard. This thing does naturally outspeed me, so I don't want to play around with that, as he is actually going to withdraw here. Go back into the Hippowdon? Because you have Breloom. You don't have a switch into Weavile, really. So yeah, he is going to go out into the Hippowdon, and I want to say that an Ice Punch might just kill him. It might. We'll have to see how much this does. And was that a crit? It was a critical hit. I think that, I mean, I don't know if that mattered. Oh, he had a Citrus Berry. Yeah, that did matter. That did matter. Because now I think an Ice Punch still kills just because of that critical hit. That is a bit unfortunate. I mean, I'm still going to go for it, and we're going to give it a go here. But let's see. Let's see. Okay, it does take him out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that crit mattered. Pretty sure I'd have to calc it. I don't know my Jolly Life Orb Weavile Ice Punch on physically defensive Hippowdon calcs by heart. But I'm pretty sure that crit influenced it. I don't know if it would have necessarily saved him. It could have been like a damage roll or something. But, yeah. I really hope that that rain sound is not picking... can't talk. Is not being picked up by my mic because it is very, very loud. But, I don't know. My mic is weird. Sometimes it doesn't pick up things that it should pick up. And Sometimes you can hear things that are happening like in the other room. It's really weird. Anyway, he's going to go into his Breloom here. I'm going to Ice Shard because I'm expecting a Mach Punch, and that is exactly what he goes for. So if he was Focus Sash, we were able to break that, which is great. And yeah, he's going to get hurt by the Sandstorm too. I'm actually surprised that didn't bring him down to Sash. Breloom kind of took that well. But there's no way for him to OHKO Sceptile here. He's going to have to go for the Mach Punch and get a critical hit. And even then, I don't know if that's going to be enough, because I'm at like 85% of my max HP. So I don't see him being able to do that. So he's just going to go for the Mach Punch again. And, oh, the critical hit may have saved him there, but he didn't get it. And we're just going to finish him off with a Dragon Pulse. And he still has the Beedrill left. Now, that could potentially be a speed tie if he is max speed with a Jolly Nature. If he is Adamant, I'm going to outspeed him and most likely be able to take him out with a Dragon Pulse. Actually, I don't know if a Dragon Pulse will kill from there, because he can take hits on the special side. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse. I mean, there's not really much I can do. We do outspeed him, so we either just want a speed tie there, or he is Adamant. I'm not really sure which it is, but he is going to survive that barely and get off the Poison Jab, which takes out Mega Sceptile. And the Sandstorm is going to subside. But I don't think he can OHKO Kingler. So I think we're in the clear here. We need to take a Poison Jab. Oh no, the rocks. I think it was a roll without the rocks. The rocks are going to save him. Are you kidding me? Oh man, I really thought we had that battle. I'm pretty sure that Beedrill is just going to finish things off here with a Poison Jab. There's not much I can do. Yeah, he's just going to go for the Poison Jab. That's his only play at this point. And Kingler's not going to be able to take it. Oh my gosh. So, being Adamant may have helped him there. Because I think the calc that I'm thinking of may be with Jolly Beedrill. But we're going to pick up the loss there. I thought we had that, but for some reason I just forgot about Beedrill being a monster. Darn it, I thought we had that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time. So we're going to end with a loss, but this team has been a lot of fun overall, and we got to see some interesting things with like Darmanitan sweeping and everything. So I don't know if the next session will be able to live up to that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Regardless, our record is now 74-15 on the series. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment, or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.